Yeah, good morning all. Today we are going to discuss about the route determination. So like all other determination procedures like plant determination, output determination, pricing procedure determination, and listing and exclusion, material determination, free goods determination, route also has got multiple factors on which the route will be determined. So recently we have seen the tax determination, how the taxes will be determined into the sales order. So during the sales order creation. So taxes will be determined based on the tax classification of the customer master, tax classification of the material master, country keys of the customer and plant. The similar way, route also will be determined based on these following parameters. In the sales order, if the system wants to propose the route automatically, we have to maintain these parameters. And even we wanted to maintain manually also, we have to maintain these parameters. How the route will be determined, like departure zone or country of the shipping point or plant of the sold to party. So that means from where it goes, from which plant or which shipping point, and who is the sold to party. And destination zone or country of the ship to party. This is very, very, very important. So each and every ship to party will have its own destination zone or destination country. Suppose if you are supplying goods from India to Singapore, then the ship to party, the country is ship to country is Singapore. That is the zone. That is the destination transportation zone. Shipping conditions from customer master data or sales document type, and transportation group from the material master data. So why I have told you the shipping conditions from customer master data? Because customer master data plus sales document type. It is because of the values for the cash sales and rush orders. So during that time, the automatic route determination will be based on the shipping conditions from the sales document type, cash sales CS. So that is why I have explained here, I have written here, customer master data or sales document type. So transportation group, so that is from the material master data. So in material master data, we have loading group, which is one of the factors in determining the shipping point determination. So why we require a route? So what is the significance of the route? Is because whatever the materials, the customer ordered materials can be reached in the shortest way from where he has placed and from where that particular material has to be shipped and reach to the end customer, and how many number of days it takes, and by which way that particular material has to reach to the end customer. So that is why route determines the departure zone or country of the sold to party or shipping point or plant, destination zone or country of the ship to party, shipping conditions from customer master data or sales document, and transportation group from material master data. So these are all the parameters will be taken into the consideration, and then route will be determined. And it says that, so this particular material, if it is available, then as per the customer requested delivery date, we are going to deliver it to the end customer. And route is the base for the shipping and transportation module. In SAP terminology, it is shipping and transportation module, or LE, logistics execution, SHP and TRA. So this is one of the prerequisites under logistics execution. So we have discussed about the delivery, that is shipping. Physical movement of a goods between two or more locations are known as shipping. So that is also comes under logistics execution. This also comes under logistics execution part. That means we are executing the materials. We are sending the materials to the end customer. So this shipping and transportation, for this, the base is route only. Without a route, the shipping and transportation module, we cannot perform any kind of activities. So in this process, we have the route contains legs, stages, and transportation connection points. What does it mean? Each and every what you call identification, like especially the leg. What is the significance of the leg? Importance of the leg? Leg is nothing but starting and ending point, from where it starts and from where it ends. So that is called a leg. Stage is nothing but it is based on the geographical factors. The stages will be determined. For example, if you consider it as Hyderabad, in Hyderabad, from MGBS to MGBS to Secunderabad. So here MGBS is a starting point and Secunderabad is a ending point. So this is leg is determined. I wanted to see the stage. So from between MGBS to Secunderabad, what are all the stages will come? Anyone knows in Hyderabad? Whoever are they? Give me just 3, more than enough. MGBS to, okay, fine. Koti, Jubilee Hills.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Which one? Yeah, fine. Stage. I have okay. Stage 1. Stage 2 and stage 3. See, these are all the geographical factors. So based on that one, it will be defined. The Koti, Banjara Hills, then Jubilee Hills. These 3 stages are there, for example, from MGBS, Mahatma Gandhi bus station to Secunderabad. So this is the starting and ending point, that is leg. Koti is stage 1, Banjara Hills stage 2, and Jubilee Hills is stage 3. This will be how this Koti, Banjara Hills, and Jubilee Hills have been defined based on the geographical factors. And then in between, there will be one transportation connection point. That means transferring the goods from one mode of transport to another mode of transport. Maybe if it is borders, if it is outskirts of Hyderabad or Secunderabad, then it will be considered as a, so from there it will go and then drop you in Jubilee Hills if it is a border crossing point or transportation connection point. From here again you have to go to Secunderabad, the 4th stage. So like that it will be there. That means stage is a combination of transportation connection point plus leg and plus border crossing point. So this transportation connection point, what is the transportation connection point? So in our terminology, transferring the goods from one mode of transport to another mode of transport. That also I'll tell you. Transferring the goods from one mode of transport to another mode of transport. So one mode of transport to another mode of transport. So in this scenario, for example, you are traveling from Hyderabad to Bangalore. So like Lakdi Kapul is the place where we have booked, but the bus will be there in the outskirts of Hyderabad. So what they do, they will come by mini bus and then they will pick you up from the Lakdi Kapul. From there, they will take you to the bus where it is located, outskirts of Hyderabad. Like for example, Miapur. If the main bus is at Miapur, then they will pick you from Lakdi Kapul and then they will drop you in the bus station Miapur, near Miapur bus station. How they will go in a mini bus or car, they will arrange. That is called, they are transferring you from one mode of transport to another mode of transport. So this is the one thing. And one more thing, whenever you travel abroad, for example, if you're traveling to Australia, so Dubai is the transportation connection point. What happens? Here, the mode of transport remains same. Like by flight only, you are going to transfer. But um, the in between the airports, the Dubai airport, the Australian flights will be there in some other part of the international airport. They will pick you up in the airport bus, and then they will transfer you from that international airport to the another international airport, so that the transportation connection point. So then in that transportation connection point, you are going to be connected to the your connecting flight. This is called connecting flights. So this is the very, very important. Leg is the starting and ending point. Stage is nothing but transportation connection point, either transportation connection point or leg or border crossing point. And then transportation connection points are nothing but transferring the goods from one mode of transport to another mode of transport. In this scenario, suppose if any material you are shipping from India to Australia, there is no other way. It is by flight, it will cost you more. That is 1 ton of material, 1 ton of some of the material, XYZ material you wanted to transport. What happens during the time? It will by sea it is the prices are the freight charges are very less. Then what you do, from Hyderabad to Vizag port, you will come by truck, and then from truck to ship, you will ship the goods. That is transfer the goods from truck to ship, and then that is called transportation connection point. So now I think if till this point, if you understand, that is more than enough. Okay. Um, Now let me go to the material. Just you see, I have given with the example also. What is route? Route means by which way the goods reach the end customer. In sales order, each and every line item will have one ship to party, and each and every ship to party will have its own route. The same thing which I have explained you. By using the route, the shipping and transportation can schedule to deliver the goods as per customer requested delivery date. That means route is the prerequisites for shipping and transportation module, and route can be determined for every line item in the sales order, and it can be redetermined in the delivery based on the weight. And route also is defined using the different modes of transport and different shipping types that we are going to see in the system. And also the route can be determined, route can have number of stages, and each stage refers to a transportation connection point or a leg or a border crossing point. So the stage means represents the geographical influencing factors of a shipment. And route can be proposed manually during the sales order processing, or it can be determined automatically based on the factors. These factors I have shown you, like departure zone or country of the plant or shipping point or the sold to party, destination zone or country of the ship to party, shipping conditions from the customer master or from the sales order, and transportation group from the material master. Weight is optional. So we are going to maximum, we are going to see these 4 parameters right now. So transportation connection point, I was explaining you all, where we do the loading and unloading of goods from one mode of transport to another mode of transport. So this is what we have seen it. So in this, the prerequisites, the route determination prerequisites are like define modes of transport by which you are going to do that, shipping types, which type of shipping type you are going to use, and we are going to define the transportation connection points if it is required, and define routes and stages, transportation zones. We are going to maintain the transportation zone for or the shipping point, and we are going to create the transportation group. Also, we are going to do the route determination. So these are all the prerequisites which we are going to perform in the system, so that you will be able to understand how the route will be automatically proposed by the system when we maintain all these 4 parameters. So it is very simple way I'm going to explain, don't worry. It is very easy also. So the routes will be available in 3 places of the implementation guide. Let me show you first that one. SPRO, implementation guide. Under sales and distribution, basic functions, routes. Here also we can do the routes, route determination. We can do here. From here also we can do that. This is the number one under basic function, sales and distribution. Now let me go to logistics execution. We have already discussed the route is nothing but execution part. Under logistics execution, we have shipping is there. Under these basic shipping functions and routes, here also we can do that. Please remember this one. So 3 places where the routes are available, and all the routes, all these 3 places are interlinked. Wherever you wanted to do, you can do that. Shipping, number 1. And transportation. Basic transportation functions, click on this, and here routes will be there. All like defined routes, route determination, and route schedule determination. All these 3 parameters will be available under sales and distribution basic functions, and logistics execution, shipping, basic shipping functions and routes, and then it is available in the transportation. Routes definition or determination. Available in like sales and distribution basic functions, routes. Next one is logistics execution. Logistic execution, under that shipping, under that again basic shipping functions, then routes. Same logistics execution, basic, here it is transportation. Instead of shipping, transportation, basic transportation functions. Please remember, this is very, very important. In all these 3 parameters, where you can go and then define the routes and route determinations. Please remember this part from SAP side. So we all know very well about the sales and distribution, because we have been doing all the determination procedures under the sales and distribution basic functions. So let me go to routes. So first, let us define the routes. First, in the routes, we have to define the modes of transport. See how we are going to do the mode of transport. By road, by sea, by air, by postal service, by mail, or whatever it is, by rail, whichever you wanted to do that, you can do that. So since we have already defined it as G1 shipping type, so it is like mode of transport, and then this is the shipping type, mode of transport category by 1 only. So this, it is just for the determination purpose. You don't need to worry, just keep it as it is. So since it is already available, no need to create any one, or otherwise you wanted to use the new ones, go to new entries and then create of your own. So Z1 I have created. Let me go to copy as, let me give Z2. Road ZABC I'll give. Nothing to do with this, just Z2 I have given ZABC, the mode of transport, and shipping type 1 as it is, let it be like that only. Save it. Come back. Define shipping types. So already the shipping type is already there. So Z1. So we have to copy it from this thing to Z2. So proposed shipping type is Z2, mode of transport Z2, and let me press enter. This shipping type procedure group 00001, let it be like this only. Why? Because this is one of the prerequisites in determining the shipment cost pricing procedure. So since we are not dealing with shipping and transportation, you must have to enter 0001 as it is right now. So no need to change anything because we are not going to see the shipping and transportation now. We are going to, this is the basic base for the shipping and transportation. Let it be like this 0001. But however, you wanted to change this one, shipping type and mode of transport, this you can do it of your own. So I have given Z2 as a truck. By truck, my materials will be transported from one mode of transport to one place to another place. Mode of transport is by road. So Z2. Just come, save it, come back. Define transportation connection points. This is very, very important. If you have a transportation connection point, you can do that. So let me select any one of them, whichever already is there. Just I'll explain you that one. I wanted to show you the things. See, this is how the transportation connection points will be defined in the system. Like load transfer point, which is airport or train station, border crossing, sea harbor or inland. So how the materials will be transported from one country to another country or within the country, and which are all the modes of transports which you are going to use it. So these are all the parameters which you need to maintain and which you need to what you call check. If it is a train station, in the train station you are going to drop your materials, then select this option. Border crossing point, when you are crossing the borders. So during that time you wanted to do that. Even from state to state also there will be a border crossing point. So which point you wanted to select and then define, that one we can do that. So we can even enter the address details also in this transportation connection point. So as of now, it is not required. As and when it is required, you can do from your own things. Now just come back. Now define routes and stages. So we have already discussed by route, by which route it has to go. And the stages are nothing but it is a combination of transportation connection point, leg, and the border crossing point. Stage can have either any one of the three. So all the three also can be available, or any one of the three also can be available, like transportation connection point, leg, and border crossing point. Now click on define routes and stages. So now there are already available multiple routes have been already defined in the system. So any one of them you wanted to define, any one of them you wanted to take it as a reference and then create, you can do that. So let me, before going to create, I'll create these things. Let me go to, I have just created, I'll go to the details button. This is how I have defined route ID, the route definition part, and these are all the parameters which I have maintained. So now let me come back from here and I'll go to new entries. I do not want to copy it from the existing ones. I wanted to go to new entries, a route ZABC 01. Description. Hyderabad route ZABC 01 ID. Yeah. Now, if see, if the servicing agent is constant, that means it won't change. Every time it won't be changing. Then for this route, you can specify the servicing agent. This servicing agent or vendor can be determined or defined in the transaction code called V/11. Service agent or vendor defined in V/11 transaction. This is just for the information purpose. Let me go to another screen and then show you V/11 what it is. So vendor name, company code, and account group. Under which account group, under which company code you wanted to create, what is the account group, which account group, like customer master data, it will be there. So service agent, we are not going to give right now. Mode of transport border is not required. Shipping type, we have already defined Z2 truck. And then if it is preliminary leg and subsequent leg, from 2-3 places if it is going, from from Hyderabad, from Ramoji Film City to some other place. So then we can specify the preliminary leg and as well as subsequent leg. So this is not required right now. Distance, how many kilometers it is there. For example, I'll put it as 100 kilometers. And one more thing here, whether it is relevant for transportation or not. If you don't check this box, then the shipping and transportation will not be able to process the route. So hence we have to check this box relevant for transportation. You can see the value of this. If the transportation relevance indicator is set, the route can be used for creating shipments. I told you the same thing. If you use these routes in delivery documents for which transportation relevance is not maintained, these deliveries cannot be planned in shipments. That means we cannot load these deliveries into this shipment. And transit time, how many days it will take. So let us assume 2 days. And factory calendar, we have already seen it. That is IN, Indian factory calendar. We follow all the rules. Transit time and transportation lead time. I will tell you the advantage of transit time and transportation lead time and from where it will come. So, sorry, ours it is. Transportation lead time, 2 days. So these are all the places we have defined. And then this is more than enough. No need to give the transportation connection point. You will be confused. And routes and stages also no need to give. So this is the route ID which we have given. This will be given by your client. So based on that one, you have to give the 6-digit alphanumeric key, and you have to specify all those details. If the service agent or vendor is constant, always he remains the same vendor, then you can specify your service agent here. Otherwise, not required. Shipping type, which we have already defined, that is truck, and the distance between the two locations are 100 kilometers. And moreover, we have to specify this relevant for transportation, which is mandatory. And there, along with this one, delivery types and delivery item types, both should be checked for the transportation relevant. Let me go to one more screen before going to save this one. Under logistics execution, short transportation, under shipments, maintain transportation relevance. There are 3 parameters. See here, the maintain transportation relevance for delivery types, delivery item types, and routes. So the routes we have selected here, it is relevant for transportation, which we have selected this option. And the other 2 options, delivery types, our delivery type is LF. Go to LF. See, here it is already activated. The relevant for transportation is activated. And one more step is delivery item categories. So we know that is TAN. This is also activated. So whenever a document is a transportation relevant, then we must activate 3 parameters. Relevant for route. In the route, relevance for transportation, number 1. Number 2, delivery type is relevant for transportation, and delivery item category also relevant for transportation. So in the shipment process, an outbound delivery is relevant for transportation. Then 3 prerequisites. Like number 1, route, relevant for transportation. Number 2, delivery, LF, relevant for transportation. And delivery item category, TAN, is relevant for transportation. So these 3 parameters, these 3 prerequisites, if we activate them in SAP side. So then only that particular outbound delivery is transportation relevant. Please remember these parameters. Now, after this one, I am saving this under this one. So we have successfully created the route. So here, what is the route name and the description? So I'm giving this one. So we have created and we have defined this one, number one. Now let me go to, again, come back from this. So we have defined our own route. It is done. Fine. See, since it is transportation relevancy is there, then only it will be considered, and then the shipment will be loaded with the multiple outbound deliveries. So now maintain stage, it is not required. So then come back routes. Next step is route determination. So please remember, in the route determination, we have to perform, or we have to define transportation zones, and we have to assign transportation zone to customer master and the shipping point. And also different transportation groups also you can define in your own system that will be reflected in the material master data. So let us go to transportation zones first. So country is IN, and then which transportation zone we are going to do that. Let me go to new entries. I'm giving country as IN, transportation zone as ZABC 0000. I'll put it as 1. Description, let it be like this. So I have given the naming convention. See, these naming conventions will be provided by your client. So based on that one, you have to maintain the naming conventions in the system also. Please do not deviate. Even ZABC is there. If it is C1 is there or ZAB1 is there, accordingly you have to maintain. Please do not change any kind of a description of your own, whatever has been provided by your client. Now just save it. Come back. One more setting is very important. This setting, maintain country and transportation zone for our shipping point. So whatever the shipping point has been already defined in the system, we have to define it. So before going to do that, let me go to SAP screen where it is. Come back. I'll go to enterprise structure again, where we have defined our shipping point in logistics general. So logistics execution. So under logistics execution, this is the one, define and delete, define shipping point. Here, go to our shipping point ZABC. See here, there is no departure zone. Okay, there is no departure zone. So this departure zone, which we have to maintain in the combination of the routes, so that it will be reflected over here. Let me just come back here, go to define, maintain country and transportation zone of the shipping point. So, okay, we are already there in the system. Let me come back. Maintain and country. So here, go to position, specify your shipping point ZABC, and country is already proposed by the system, that is IN, and the zone which you have to select here, under which zone it falls, that is like, this is the one which we have already defined. So this is the shipping point. We are assigning this transportation zone to our shipping point. Just press enter. So nothing, no error has come. So save it. This is one of the prerequisites. Many times the routes won't be determined and user will complain about this, and then we will have to check the shipping point. So now I have just come out of this. Now I'll go to this screen. Let me check in the shipping point whether it is available or not. This is how the system will copy. See, this is the one, departure zone. This is the transportation zone. Because within the city we are transporting the goods. So that's why I have taken both departure zone as well as destination zone, both the transportation zones are same. If required, you wanted to create two different transportation zones, you can do accordingly. Let me come back. So save it. So now the transportation groups will be maintained in our material master data. You all know that /n VA03. I'll go to our sales order. Um, one of the orders which we have seen. Yes. So I'll select the material, display material. So here, if you go to sales general plant, here there is an option called transportation group. So which makes a lot of difference. And loading group. Loading groups is one of the prerequisites in determining the shipping point, and transportation group is one of the prerequisites in determining the route. So that I have already written here. Transportation group from the material master data. So whatever the transportation groups have been specified over here, that can be defined under this definition part. So define transportation groups. If at all you wanted to define your own transportation group, you can do that. So just go to new entries, put it as 4-digit alphanumeric key. Just let it be like this and save it, which is very simple way I have defined it. And the same can be proposed in the material master data. We have to go and then change it into the material master data 607. Under this, then only the system will consider the route determination, and that will be shown in the shipping tab of the line item. The route will be proposed automatically here. Please remember this one. Now, what are the other things? Weight groups are optional, and the final step is maintain route determination. Double click on it, and then so here the country IN, it is, we have not yet maintained any entry here. If at all you wanted to cross check, go to position, shipping point ZABC, country IN, customer is 500530. I'm giving, it will throw an error. Please see that one. The combination entered for departure point is not permitted. So because we have not yet completed the scenario, the process we have not, the transaction is not yet processed completely. So now go to new entries, country of departure, that is IN. What is the departure zone here? Is our own departure zone is there from the list. Select that one. And country of destination. Destination country is also IN. And the receiving zone also the same transportation zone. Particular customer belongs to the same transportation zone. Press enter. Now select this option. So select this option and then click on route determination without weight group. Now this is totally empty. Here no need to worry about anything. Just click on new entries and specify over here which shipping conditions and transportation group you wanted to keep as it is, and then proposed route. Shipping conditions I'm going to consider as 01 as soon as possible. Transportation group in the material master data, whatever I have maintained. To show you all, first the route determination, then I'll show you the error. Transportation group 0001, 0001, and route we have defined already ZABC 1, I think. Come down, Hyderabad route, ZABC 01. So this is the proposed route. The similar way, the client will provide you the multiple permutations and combinations, the shipping conditions 01, and then transportation group 0001, and then shipping conditions 10 and transportation group 0001. Then only the express shipping point for the cash sales will be, the route will be determined for the cash sales. So let me do 10 and 0001, ZABC 01. Just make sure whether these entries are accepted by the system or not. Press enter. So the system has considered it. Okay. Now, with this, the route will be absolutely determined. But however, we are going to see one more error. Let me save it. See, in this way, we have to copy one Excel sheet. In the Excel sheet, we have to copy. The business will give you around 30-40 combinations. All those 30-40 combinations you have to maintain here. Then only the route will be proposed during the sales order creation. If any one of the combination is missing, then again you have to cross check in the routes. If it is not there, maintain that one and then propose or inform the user. Come back. Come back. It is already saved. Now, if you go to position, one more error also will come. Let us see. The combination entered for departure point is not permitted. However, it is there. But only thing is, let us go to IN. It is there. It is already. It is available. But however, the combination, one combination is missing out. That we will see. Now, first, let me one entry I have not maintained that you have to observe. I'll go to sales order creation, PA01. The route will not come. I know why. That also I'll tell you. 530, 607. The route has not come. What is the issue? Issue is for this customer, I'm going to environment partner sold to party. In the general data, there is no transportation zone maintained. So since it is not maintained, it is not available. For that, what we do, /n xd02, the change mode of the customer master, ZABC, your company code, and then here you can see, expand this and then come down. Here there is no transportation zone. Go there and then specify your transportation zone of this customer. So since he is a sold to party, he is a ship to party, and he is a bill to party, here itself is maintaining is more than enough. And if you go to sales area data screen, whatever there you have maintained, under the shipping, the transportation zone has been copied over here. And then save it. Now go to your sales order, just come back and raise your sales order again. View the material 607, one each. Double click on the line item, go to shipping. The route has not come. Why? One more error is there. Go back. And then for this 607, what is the material? The transportation group is 001 and loading group is also 0003. So this is absolutely fine. We have maintained everything. But however, the system has not proposed the route automatically. We have to see the combinations. So departure country or destination or the shipping point or plant sold to party is like the transportation zone which we have maintained. Departure zone or country of the ship to party, shipping conditions, and transportation group from the material master data. So all these 4 parameters we have maintained, but still the route has not come. The route should be like, I'll just give this manually, whether it accepts or not, we will see. So it is manually, it has taken. That means there are no errors, but one setting, somewhere some setting is missing out. So let me go to the customer master again. Okay, the transportation zone is there. And material master data also we have maintained. Let us go to routes again. Any setting is missing out. We have to cross check. Sales and distribution. Basic functions. Routes. Route determination. And define route determination. Okay, we are here only. So fine. In this screen, let us go to position. The combination entered for departure point is not permitted. Uh, Departure zone is somewhere we have missed out one entry. Okay, let us see the error. What is this? So correct your entry and perform the activity again. The following entries are permitted for the point of departure. Either shipping point or country of the departure zone or departure or departure zone. The following entries are permitted for the point of destination, either customer number or destination country and receiving zone. So let us go to the shipping point again. We will see the shipping point where we missed out. Enterprise structure, definition, logistics execution, shipping point, define shipping point, our own shipping point. Select this one, go to details. IN is there, factory calendar also there, and go to address details. See, automatically the country of shipping point is also proposed and transportation zone also proposed perfectly. Here, country. So the shipping point entry also correctly maintained over there, and customer master data also we have checked. The transportation zone has come, country has come IN. Let me go to this one. We have maintained as soon as possible, that is shipping conditions. Okay. I'm really sorry. Go to customer, go to environment, partner, sold to party. So in this, if you go to sales area data, under shipping conditions is ZDA, but whereas we have specified 01, as soon as possible must be there. Now I don't want to change that one. I'll go to new entries here, ZDA, transportation group 0001, and proposed shipping point ZDABC 01. And I am saving it. Now let us see by creating the sales order. Like this, we have to check the error wherever The error is lying. We can see that. Double click on it, go to shipping. See, now the route has been automatically populated. So this is how we have to maintain. Okay. So the route has now populated here automatically based on those settings. So route determination is very, very important. Let us save it. So this is how the route will be determined. So these are all the prerequisites like departure zone and country of the shipping point or plant or ship sold to party, destination zone or country of the ship to party, shipping conditions from customer master data or sales document, and transportation group from material master data. Now let us one more small thing I'll create cache shells, whether the route will be determined or not. Cache shells is CS. So let us go to this, go to shipping. It is proposed because the express shipping conditions from the sales document type has been proposed and the corresponding entry also available here. See here. See the 10 immediately and then this entry is available. That is why for the cache shells, the system has proposed route automatically. If this entry would have not maintained here, so then the system would have not confirmed the route or determined the route in the cache shells order. So this is the route automatically proposed. I have not made any changes, but I made the changes like I made this entry. Like this, you can maintain the routes, whatever the combinations, the shipping conditions of the customer master and the loading transportation group from the material master, different combinations as per the customer's client's requirement. Whatever you do, you can do that and then you can propose the route. Then only the system will automatically propose the route. Just click on save button. So this is how, see, in the background, the delivery also got created. Automatically, the delivery also gets created. So 20717 is the sales order and then delivery also automatically created for the cache shells because of these settings.